Hi everyone, I am Arpita. I am a sustainable fashion designer and stylist. I help you understand fashion to build a sustainable wardrobe. This video is part of a series where I will be talking to sustainable brands and industry experts to make you understand more about sustainability in the fashion world. Today we have Shivani with us. Welcome Shivani. Thank you for being here. Please introduce yourself. Where are you from? What is your educational background?
Hello guys, my name is Shivani Parmar. I am a conscious fashion designer based out of Rajkot, Gujarat. I enrolled myself into a 3-year certification course in the field of fashion designing but ended up dropping it out after 2 years. After which I started working on my own label, which is a sustainable fashion label called Here to Stay.
That's an inspiring story, Shivani. I advise many youngsters that they don't need a certification if they are passionate about creating garments. You are a very good example. Your brand Here to Stay has a really interesting Instagram feed. I love the way you try natural color dyeing and I love your collection. Tell us about your brand. How did you decide to have an eco-friendly brand?
Thank you so much, Arpita. I always wanted to build something of my own. So when I dropped out of my fashion designing course, I started researching about different things. And that was when I came to know about the world of natural dyes. And I was so fascinated about the fact that there are numerous benefits of their usage. And that is the reason why I ended up building a brand which can add value to people's wardrobe through natural dyes and eco-friendly fabrics.
I totally agree with you. There are amazing benefits of natural dyes. I am happy that you chose this path. We need more people like you, Shivani. What kind of fabrics and natural materials do you use for dyeing and your brand?
The materials that I have used in the first 2 collections of mine are hand-woven organic cotton fabric, and recycled cotton is used as liner wherever needed. But I am also planning to use other eco-friendly fabrics like milk fabric, bamboo fabric, banana fabric in my upcoming collections.
Organic cotton is one of the best choices for being eco-friendly. I like the fact that you use recycled cotton for the lining. I need to accept that I have not heard of milk fabric before. I'm looking forward to your next collection, Shivani. What is your opinion on Indian handloom fabrics?
Indian handloom textile is a huge part of our economy. It provides livelihood to so many people in villages and remote areas. These fabrics carry beauty of their own. I feel they are not made of yarns, but they are made of sheer love. And when one works with hands, it is obvious that there will be little imperfections, and I often find people not embracing it. And I guess that happens because of the lack of knowledge. Especially younger generation, my generation. We people have never even bought handloom textiles and nobody has ever educated us regarding the same. So I feel we need to educate more people out there so that they can choose better fabrics. It will not only provide knowledge to them but also help the industry sustain in today's world.
I work closely with handloom artisans. I completely agree with you that the younger generation needs to be educated about them. The handloom industry needs support from as many people as possible. Now tell me a thing, how long will it take for you to create a garment from the dyeing process till the final garment? Explain your process of garment making.
It takes minimum of 2 to 4 weeks to create a garment. So once the fabric are sourced, they are washed in order to remove any impurities. Then they are pre-treated for dyeing process. We also call it mordanting. This process helps create a bond between the dye particles and the fibers so that the fabric can absorb the dyes. Once the mordanting is done, fabrics are dyed and kept for 2 to 4 days before final wash. Once washed, these fabrics are sent for cutting and stitching.
The dyeing process you mentioned is kind of similar to handlooms, but the time taken is different based on the intricate steps that go into it after the base color dyeing. Now tell me, how do you manage the fabric waste that you get while making your garment?
No matter how carefully we work, we always end up with scraps. I keep those little pieces and try to upcycle them into different products. Till date, I have managed to make some earrings and baskets out of them, and they have turned out to be very beautiful, like the one you can see here.
I totally wanted to hear that answer from you. I love the basket that you created there. I've seen it on your Instagram feed. What do you think is impacting the environment in terms of fashion?
There are many things which are impacting the environment in terms of fashion. But let's talk about something which is not very much discussed, and that is the water pollution caused by the textile dyeing industry. Textile production uses 3,500 different chemicals to dye, coat, and soften the fabrics. Many of these chemicals are harmful to the humans and the environment. These chemicals cause skin diseases to the humans and contaminate the local water bodies that causes death of several water species. So why can't we just turn back to natural dyes? These dyes are skin friendly as well as eco-friendly, and they do not pollute the environment. You can even use the leftover water of these dyes to make pigments and to water your plants.
You being a person who works with the natural dyeing, water pollution must be the first thing on your mind. Textile dyeing is the second largest polluter of water worldwide, and the fashion industry produces 20% of the world's wastewater. As you mentioned, the leftover water from the natural dyeing process can safely be given to the plants, so eco-friendly. What actions someone should take to be part of a circular economy or slow fashion?
You can always reuse, repurpose, restyle your existing garments. Swap your garments with your friends. Donate the ones which you don't need anymore to the needy people. And if you have bought a garment from a designer, you can always ask that designer to repurpose that garment for you. And I am sure the designer will happily do that. You can also buy second-hand clothes. Most importantly, buy the clothes that you won't mind wearing time and again. People can simply go on fashion detox, which means no more buying of new clothes, because the most sustainable clothes are the ones which we already have. So I myself am doing this for a year now. In May 2020, I decided not to buy any more clothes unless and until I genuinely feel the need to. And I haven't felt that need as yet. So just be mindful and conscious about the purchases we make.
Those are good points, Shivani. I'm happy to repurpose the clothes brought from me as a fashion brand owner myself. Fashion detox is a very good point. I like the fact that you didn't buy anything for a year. I didn't buy clothes for almost a year, and I am going on conscious detox for the next 3 months. I would like everyone who is watching this video or listening to this to try it for 3 months just to start with. Keep going if you don't feel the need of buying clothes. What is your take on fast fashion?
Fast fashion is injurious to the health of our planet, and so are the fast fashion brands. I am not saying that don't buy from these brands. If you like a t-shirt, buy it. But it is ask them if they have paid fair wages to their workers. See, what's happening is these companies are launching new collection each week. This comes to 52 seasons a year. They produce in bulk in order to minimize their costs. Now any human can understand that there is an issue of overproduction, for no one can sell these many garments in a year. Now let's get into some statistics. It takes 2,720 liters of water to make a t-shirt, and that's equal to a person's 3 years water drinking capacity. Can you guess the number of chemicals used in making a t-shirt? If you guessed a few hundred, you are way away, because it takes 8,000 chemicals to produce a single t-shirt that you and me wear almost every day. And these things harm us without even us knowing that it is.
Everyone should start thinking about the facts that you just mentioned. People are really not aware of what kind of damages their clothing choices are making. Let's just be careful about what we buy next time. Moving on, eco-friendly garments need some care when we add them to our wardrobe. Give us some tips to wash and store them. Basically, tell us how to take care of them.
That's a really nice question. Yes, eco-friendly garments do need a little extra care, but by caring for them, you are caring for the planet. So that's all worth it. Here are a few things you need to keep in mind. You need to hand wash these fabrics with mild detergents, and if you are using a washing machine, try washing similar colors together. If there is any zipper in the garment, zip the garment and then wash it. Hang dry them in air and avoid drying them in direct sunlight because that causes color change. Store these clothes in dark wardrobes. You can also store them in darker color bags. Iron these clothes on warm, and you should always avoid dry cleaning and bleaching them.
Those are very important care tips that everyone needs to keep in mind. If you think of it, these are the ways our parents and grandparents used to take care of their clothes. We just need to get back to the age-old habits. What are the future plans for your brand?
I am looking forward to build a community of conscious people and spreading awareness about the importance of sustainable fashion. I have launched 2 collections till now, and I can't wait to create more of them. I also want to look into the waste we generate, so you might see me putting out cute little products made out of scraps as well.
I'm sure the people who are watching or listening to this conversation would love to follow your brand. You can see the Here to Stay brand's Instagram handle on the screen, and I will leave a direct link in the description box. Please go and follow the brand. All the best for your future collections, Shivani. Can't wait to see those cute products made from the scraps and your collections. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.